gonna take a look at our floor plans. I use CubiCasa for the floor plans. I find it to be very intuitive, very easy to use. It's easy to make changes in it. It's customizable. It gives me pretty reliable results as far as the dimensions. It's never fully accurate. So the CubiCasa floor plans already have a disclosure in there, but I also add my own just to reinforce that these are approximations. However, we've had instances in the past where the CubiCasa final square footage was completely different from what was on the in the tax records. So the client went and verified what the actual measurements were, and it turned out that the tax records had about 1,000 square feet over what it actually was, and CubiCasa was right on the money. So I'm pretty happy with CubiCasa as far as reliability of the measurements and stuff. But again, these are approximations. If your clients are trying to figure out if their furniture fits in those rooms, I always recommend go and measure it yourself. All right, this is the house we just did. So let's look over what it did. So this is the basement. So it did a full measurement of the entire basement. That is fine. It's an unfinished basement, so the full measurement is fine. I'm okay with that. Main floor. So we walk into the living room, kitchen area, dining area, bath, bedroom. That all looks good. And then the second floor was a primary bedroom, secondary bedroom, and a bath in the middle with a hall. Let me check something. So we have, so this is about 21. So it looks like it didn't include these dormers in the measurement. It's just a little nook area. So it only measured the main space here. That's fine. If the realtor requests to have these dimensions added, I can submit 2 edits for these floor plans and request addition of either additional measurements or corrections, because sometimes it does do funky things where it gets confused where a wall ends or where one space ends and the next one starts. So you get 2 free edits to request changes, custom changes to this. So that's also nice too. And then you get 1 for 1. Okay, so we'll download these. These are good. So that's downloaded. We have those, and we're going to process those in a moment. The other thing that comes with the default CubiCasa option, so you get a free option. Free option is just black and white floor plans. That's it. The $15 one, which is the one that I generally use, you get floor plans up to 2 floors, and you get a home tour with it, as long as a property report that displays each room with the dimensions separately, so people can print that out and then they can take it along and figure out, where they want to put the furniture and stuff. So once photos are completed, we'll upload them here, and it's gonna create a CubiCasa tour. Clicking on CubiCasa tour, and I'm gonna upload the photos right here. Oh, okay. For the home tour in CubiCasa, you only want the interior shots. It will yell at you if you try to use exterior shots. It won't know what to do with them. I'm just gonna upload all of the interiors. So open it up. It's gonna take a moment to upload, and then on the next page you get an option to select the cover image. Continue, and for the front shot, I usually like to pick a living room photo. The living room tends to present itself pretty nicely. So I'm thinking either maybe this one looking into the kitchen and the living room. Yeah, let's do that one. And generate tour. It's gonna take a few moments. Like it says here, it takes about 30 to 40 minutes to match the photos to each room. It's gonna go around and place little icons there. So once that is done, we'll go in and then we'll verify that everything looks good and make any changes that we need to. All right, and we're back. So it took about, not even the 30 minutes to process these photos. That was more like maybe 15. So it's pretty quick for a house this size. So as you can see, it added the photos to the floor plan. So what we're gonna do next is go through all of these and make sure that everything is in the right spot. Sometimes it gets confused as to where each photo should go. It's important that you take your time analyzing where everything is. So we have 3 floors. We have the basement. So let's just run through it. This one's pretty good. So let's see, we started on the bottom. Yep, that's right. And it's showing floor 1, basement. This one, I'll move it back into the corner because it was from farther back. Oh, see, this one is obviously not the basement. It's the first floor, the main floor. So, floor 2, living room. Out you go, floor 2. All right. So now, oh, this is a mess. Okay, let's see if we can make a sense of this. So let's just start in the beginning. Back in the very beginning, it's a good place to start. Anything with an exclamation point, it didn't know what to do with, so it didn't add it. So we'll start. I want the first photo. I want this to be the first photo, so I'm gonna drag it over to be the first one. So that one's positioned correctly. This one, yeah, I'll leave it there. This one, I'm gonna move it farther back to the corner. And this one farther back to the corner. This one was also from the corner. So I don't think I need both. You have this one, and then you have this one that's angled more towards this wall. So this one we're just gonna remove. Sometimes too many photos gets confusing and cluttered anyway, like you see in here. So this one is looking, yep, kind of from the doorway there, I think. This one's straight on, so I'm gonna fix that. This one is similar. I don't think we need both. So we have the straight on shot, and then we have this shot. So let's get rid of this one. We don't need both, that's too much. And then this one is also their living room, but it placed it in the upstairs bedroom. I don't think we need this one either because it's just a tight shot of the entry door. So back to the living room. Now we're looking at the kitchen. Yeah, I'd say that position pretty correctly. I was standing right behind the counter taking that shot. So kitchen, yep. So these two are very similar. You have this and you have this. I'm gonna leave that because it's a more close-up view. And then we'll move that one back there. I'm gonna remove some of these kitchen photos. I don't know how I ended up with so many. The kitchens are just nice to photograph. All right, yeah, we'll keep that one. There's a couple shots. Let's keep this one and remove this one. So this one shows the door as well, so we don't need that one. Let's get rid of that. That's a straight on shot there, so we'll keep that. And that's an angle one there, but it's very similar to this one, see? So let's get rid of that one. This one was from over here. This one, it's towards the dining area. Oh no, it's towards the kitchen from the dining area. So it was from like there towards the dining room or living room. This one is also, well, not from the bathroom, but from like here. And then this one is showing the dining area. So the dining area should be lit up, not the bathroom. So normally, there we go. Okay, good. And then this one is just a close-up this way. So we have this one and we have this one. So let's keep that one. Let's get rid of that one because we already have a similar one from back here. This one here. This one is from this angle. And then the bathroom shot, it's straight on in a doorway. There we go. Move that there. And then this one is from the corner, kind of like there. All right, and then this is the bedroom. Now this is the bedroom downstairs. This is not the bathroom upstairs. So let's move it back to second floor. And where did it put it? Right there, which is wrong. It's in there. And this is from the entry door. So these are very similar. Here I'm catching the corner here. No, it was right. This is floor 3. This is the second bedroom upstairs. They are so similar. So this is right here. right? Because, yeah, okay. So we actually don't need that photo because this photo shows that wall as well. Let's get rid of that. Where did it go? That's okay. Delete that one. And then this one shows that. Okay, let's go back to the second floor and finish that. This one is this room. Okay. So there we got the two windows looking towards the door. Yep. Because the door is right there. And then this one is from, this is the second floor from here, looking towards the closet. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. All right, so now we're going up to the second floor. Yep, that's the bedroom upstairs. Yep, that's pretty good. This one is from that corner. What's that one? Okay, so these are similar. We don't need both of them because they're both more or less pointing the same direction. This one shows you this wall. That shows you that wall. So we're gonna keep that one. You can see the entry door better. So we're just gonna keep that one. And then this bathroom is kind of looking like this. And then this bathroom is straight on. So let's see. We got, let's do this. Looking in this way, and then the bathroom lights up. Okay, you want to pay attention to what room lights up when you hit on an icon, because sometimes it places them in different rooms that are not accurate. So these are good. And then this bedroom is upstairs. So up to third floor you go, and this one is in here. So this, okay, so this one, they're similar, but I'm gonna keep both because this one shows that wall, and this is much more angled this way. So we'll keep both in this case. And then you got from this angle looking that way, and then from this angle looking towards the door. Excellent. And then the basement. Okay, so let's save. Yes, I want to save. Okay. Let's see how it did. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna pay attention to a few things. I'm gonna look at the flow. I wanted to kind of follow these icons in some order without jumping around from room to room. And then I'm also going to pay attention to what room is displayed in the upper corner here. It should correspond to the picture of what room the picture is showing. So we'll start there. This one's lit up. Living room, living room, living room, kitchen, kitchen into the dining room, but kitchen is fine. This one shows the dining room, so we're gonna fix that one. But let's check other ones. Kitchen, kitchen, kitchen. One also kitchen into dining room, so it's questionable. That's kitchen. That's dining room, dining. So we have to fix some of the dining ones. Exterior. This is not exterior. This is the bathroom. So we gotta fix that as well. Bedroom, 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 bedroom. And then upstairs, primary, bath, hall. We gotta fix the hall to show bath. Bedroom, 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 and then the basement. Okay, so we have a few that we need to fix. Let's go to floor 2. So the living room ones were fine. It was the kitchen. I'll leave that one as is, but this one's showing the dining room. So let's do dining room there. This one is showing the dining room. So we'll say dining area. This one's a dining area, yeah. This one is also showing the dining area, not the kitchen. And then kitchen, kitchen. So anything facing that way should say dining area. We'll leave that as kitchen. And then this one is not as dining area. Exterior, no, this is the bathroom. Floor 2 bath, there we go. And then that, and then I think these were good. Yeah, and then I think there was one upstairs, wasn't there? This one. Yeah, this one's showing the floor 3 bathroom, not hallway. And then these were good. So let's save again. So you gotta go back and forth and make these tweaks as you go. So let's go back and check if this now flows better. Living, 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 living. kitchen, dining, kitchen, 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 dining, kitchen, dining, dining. Good. Bath, bath, bedroom, bedroom, bath, bath, bedroom, basement. All right, we're good. Good to go. All right, so when we are ready to set up the gallery for the client, we're gonna send them a link to this home tour. And I usually send them an MLS compliant tour, which includes no branding. So none of their logos and none of their information, which when you put something on MLS, they can't do. So we'll have the link there for that one. We have the photos, we have the home tour, the floor plans. That's the last thing. Let's process the floor plans next. For the floor plans, I grab the SVG file with dimensions, and we have 4 floors here. So I'm gonna open all 4 in Illustrator. And I'm gonna add my own disclaimer. It's a little more descriptive than what comes with CubiCasa. So the CubiCasa disclaimer says, floor plan created by CubiCasa app, measurements deemed highly reliable but not guaranteed. So it's good enough, but mine expands on it. Some measurements may include additional or fewer spaces not included in MLS measurements. I add that just to make it a little more obvious that the total square footage here may be different from what's on the MLS, just because of how these walls are measured by the app and which spaces are included. Sometimes closets are not included in this, but the MLS website may include those. So this just kind of gives an extra buffer of information. So let me replace that in all of these. And then I'm gonna export. So let's go ahead and export a JPEG. I'm gonna export it to that folder, RGB 10, and I'm gonna make it 72 because it's going on the website and the full resolution makes it way too big and clients end up with issues uploading it if it's too big. So I'm just gonna keep it at those settings. Okay, so let's check floor plans. These are my, all right, floor plans with custom disclaimer. All right, so that's the floor plans. Now we have photos, we have a home tour, and we have floor plans. So the last thing to do is to create a gallery for the client in HD Photo Hub. I use HD Photo Hub, so we'll upload all of these photos there, and that's gonna generate a property website that's branded, unbranded. It's we can plop the home tour in there, all the photos, and it's gonna also create a nice brochure for them to use and print, and a full marketing kit that they can post to social media.